I want exposure. I want it known, or I want it known throughout the universe. You know what I'm saying? That my son was not this way.
Kevin McDevitt Sr. says his son was not a drug addict. On August 31st, 2010, at about 10:45 at night, 21-year-old Kevin McDevitt Jr. and 3 friends set out for a spontaneous trip to Atlantic City. But what started out as a quest for fun turned into a 4.5-year nightmare for Kevin's parents. The next afternoon, their son was found dead of a cocaine and heroin overdose. Atlantic City police ruled his death accidental.
Let's get to the guts of this. Never mind this accidental, because, you know, anybody can write anything they want in the beginning, but until investigation comes out, you don't know. And we pulled it out.
From the very beginning, the McDevitts say they had to push police and prosecutors. Soon after their son was found dead, they discovered that a convicted pimp had rented the very room Kevin was found dead in.
I just knew my son too well that I could accept this, and this guy was being hidden from me. Why? They had the guy there at the motel and let him drive away. And I asked, why aren't you tracing the car? The detective told me, oh, well, apparently it was a rental car. That's the easiest to trace in the world.
They say they were also disheartened to learn that investigators failed to test for DNA, Q-tips and a glassine envelope that was found in the trash. They wanted to know why.
A lot of their responses are just everybody gets quiet and stares at each other.
Yeah.
They don't even
answer.
They don't answer. He has come out with specific questions each and every time we've had these status meetings, and they all just look at each other and don't shake their head, don't say anything. Just look at each other and like totally go blank.
They're trying to say that he overdosed. This was put into his system. This was induced into his system.
Not satisfied with Atlantic City investigators, McDevitt and a friend took a trip a few weeks later to Atlantic City. They stayed at the Roadway Motel, the same place their son was found dead.
I've gone down there at 4 a.m. I've gone down there all night with a correction officer, stayed in the room right next to his. Watched prostitution go on.
The McDevitts say they talked with a prostitute who was there the night Kevin was killed, and she says that pimp Dwight Montrell Greer took part in the deadly scheme to strong-arm and steal Kevin's credit card and PIN.
4:52 in the morning, she got a call from Greer saying, get back to the Roadway Motel, we got somebody. And that phone call, I believe, came off my son's phone. She went back to the Roadway. She saw Dwight Greer and the other black man, who she didn't know, Kevin looking intoxicated, brought him into room 107, and then got loud and aggressive with him to get his card and his PIN number.
Which they say resulted in over $6,000 taken from Kevin's account and ultimately their son's homicide.
He's not charged with false identification, not charged with flight, not charged with anything. Why wouldn't you throw the book at this guy?
We wrote to Christie probably about 2 years ago, and we got a letter saying that he was referring it to his Attorney General, John Hoffman. Is that the proper title? And nothing was ever done. Just this past week, we got a letter from Christie's office saying, you know, we're very sorry for the loss of your son. He's never done anything to this point, being the governor, never even, you know, tried to contact us or
He used his cronies around the office
who didn't follow up on what they should have followed up either.
It's the beginning for him. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to get involved until he has to.
The McDevitts say they will do whatever it takes to clear their son's name and get Greer behind bars.
Because they've used him for something. He's done something for them. That's what it comes down to. But now they're caught with their pants down because we haven't stopped this thing.
If you have any information about their son's homicide, you're encouraged to log on to unsolved-atlantic-city-killing.com. For HVNN, I'm Donna Ryer.